How's it going, everybody? I didn't think I was gonna post this, but I wanted to talk about 2025 Bob Weikert Memorial. Some of you guys might have seen some of my shorts, YouTube shorts that I made on it. It was an interesting race, to say the least. Track conditions weren't like last year's Bob Weikert Memorial, sadly. Last year's track conditions were superb. Had a nice cushion, had traction, were able to pass really nicely, were able to run the high lane off the top. It was perfect. But this year wasn't the case, sadly. It was a very slicked off track. Wasn't any traction anywhere, was no cushion to run the top on. I wouldn't say it was disappointing because it was a good race. So onto the race results and everything. Third place, in the end of the feature, top three finishers. Third place was the Hall of Fame driver Lance Deweese. He's a guy that I watch pretty regularly race here locally. He looked very good in that race. I don't know where he came from. He was somewhere in the top 8 where he started, but he came from a little ways back and, you know, got up to third. He looked really good there. He almost got the second place finisher, but we'll move on to him here in a second. I don't think Lance Deweese has a win yet this year, but a good finish like that certainly is good for him, especially however old he is. He's a way older dude. He did really good in that race, so hats off to him. Second place finisher, Anthony Macri. Any of you who have been following him this year, he's been really dominant here locally. I don't know how many wins he's up to, but he's been dominant the last few weeks. No one's been able to beat him, not Danny Dietrich or nobody around here. So on to the first place guy. I didn't expect this guy to win at all. Aaron Reitzel took home the $100,000. He was dominant from the very beginning. In his heat race, qualifying, he was dominant from the very beginning. Anthony Macri was able to get past him, I think, twice during the feature, but Aaron Reitzel just drove right out around him again. He was just so fast, and he knew how to drive that nice slick track. Hats off to him. I think he's running with High Limit this year. I think that was his third win of the season, $100,000. Any of you who know, it was supposed to be, the Bob Weikert Memorial was supposed to be a 3-day event, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. The first 2 nights, Friday and Saturday, were $10,000 to the winner. Friday rained out. Saturday, Brent Marks won. But someone pitched in an extra $25,000 onto Sunday night's feature winner, which made it the highest paying dollar race in PA history for sprint cars, $100,000. But back to Aaron Reitzel, hats off to him. When he won, I heard a lot of boos in the stands. I don't follow the guy. I don't know like what he's done to make people hate him and stuff, but hats off to him. Did really good driving, dominant the whole thing, and his team's a lower budget, so it's good to see a guy like him win a big race like that. Like he said in his Victory Lane interview, goes really far for a driver like him and his team. So yeah, hats off to him. That was the top 3 finishers, and yeah, that was my thoughts on Bob Weikert Memorial. Stay tuned.